Afternoon, everyone. I'm going to get started here in a couple minutes. We'll just give everyone maybe another 2 minutes to file in before we start. Okay, I think we'll get started. So I want to thank everyone off the top for joining us today. I'm Aubrey Stork, the Director of Client Strategy here at Vigorate. Just a couple of housekeeping things before we get started. First thing to note is that the session today is being recorded and can be shared after. So let us know if you'd like to review again, that kind of thing. If you have questions throughout today's session, also please use the questions panel in GoToWebinar. And I will make sure that Davide, our presenter today, addresses them either within the session itself or towards the end. We'll save some time to make sure that everything can get addressed there. With that out of the way, today's session is how engagement tracking and scoring can help your campaigns take flight. And it's going to be led by Davide Bonetto from SalesWings, who's a Vigorate partner. And I'm really excited about the session because I've seen how powerful this tool is and how it can have a significant impact, improving sales organization, your sales operation, prioritization leads, prioritizing leads rather, crafting relevant messaging and more. So with that out of the way, take it away, Davide.
Thank you very much. So let me share my screen. And well, first of all, it's really great to have this opportunity to present SalesWings and our use cases. My name is Davide, I'm from Italy. Just a little bit about myself. I used to be a Salesforce consultant. I started in 2013. I was also lucky enough to co-found an agency in Italy. It was my previous job. I joined SalesWings a little more than 1 year ago, and my role is account manager. So I support partners and customers in taking advantage of SalesWings. So let me present the company and what we do. So SalesWings is an ISV partner, so-called ISV partner. So we have developed a vertical solution for tracking and scoring within Marketing Cloud. Our solution is built on the Salesforce ecosystem. We have a native integration with Marketing Cloud again, and a native integration with Salesforce CRM as well. So Service Cloud, Sales Cloud, Experience Cloud, etc. The company is from Switzerland, and it was born 7 years ago. We have always been focused on this topic, so tracking and scoring of leads and contacts. We are very specialized, and we are a global company. We have a team in the US and another team in Europe. So I will be brief, but I believe it's important to say we work with small and medium companies. We are really specialized on corporates and enterprises. So we are proud to work with important companies all around the world. Again, our main markets are the US, and the second market is Europe. It's not a vertical solution, although we have vertical experience in certain sectors, for example, manufacturing, for example, retail, financial services, health and life sciences, automotive. So, but again, we work in different sectors. I don't want to bore you with reviews. If you want to read them in G2, Capterra, the App Exchange of Salesforce. So in general, let's say our retention rate is very high, and yeah, the solution is appreciated by the customers. This is the most important thing. So what do? We collect data about behavior, and especially digital behavior of users going to the website and landing pages. And this is not easy to do, let's say, with Marketing Cloud. So we say that we are the missing piece of the Marketing Cloud jigsaw. Marketing Cloud is a great solution, very scalable, omni-channel, the best solution you can find in the market for marketing automation. But it was born as a B2C solution, and it lacks all the tracking and scoring capabilities that are very useful in some B2C context as well, mostly in B2B and B2B2C. Okay, why that's important? Because more and more people want to collect information autonomously online, and they want to engage with the sales team later than what it used to be only 10 years ago. So when we are ready to buy something, we want to engage with the company and with the sales team. Before that, we want to be independent. At the same time, for the company, it becomes important to control this fundamental stage of the customer journey. And if we don't do it, if we don't monitor, and if we don't track what the users are doing, we don't have a lead scoring solution, they can start to speak with our competitors. And there are a lot of statistics showing that it's more likely to buy something, a service or a product, from the first company we engage with. So again, it's important for the company to engage at the right time with the right channel with leads and prospects. So how does it work, the solution? In 3 steps. Okay, so to track and score contacts, leads, accounts, first we collect data, then we qualify them, and then we say we activate data. So we leverage our native integration with the Salesforce ecosystem. So the first part is data collection. I want to explain how it works. I believe it's important. So first of all, it's a light lift. Everything we do does not require coding. We just need to add our script to the website or websites of the customer that we need to monitor. And then we have a native integration with Google Tag Manager. With the combination of our script and Google Tag Manager, we're able to understand in detail what they do on the website. So first of all, using UTM parameters, we understand the source, the traffic, where that kind of traffic is coming from. So if the user clicked on an advertising campaign on Facebook, on LinkedIn, maybe it's a social media post, maybe it's a referral from another website, an organic search. So we track that for all the users going to the website, and then what they do in detail. So not only if they visit a page, but also if they watch a video and for how long they watch a video, if they click on a button, if they download something, a white paper or any other content that you can have in the website, and if they leave a window open for X amount of time, if they scroll down a page. So I don't want to bore you, but in detail what they do. So at this level, we collect data, but we don't know who the users are. So it's anonymous data. We use first-party cookies. This is very, very important because it's consent-based and it's compliant with any privacy regulation around the world, even in California, for example, or in Europe with the GDPR. We are always compliant. So because it's data that is owned by the company, okay? It becomes very interesting when we are able to understand who the user is. We say we solve the identity of the user. How we do that? In 3 ways. First of all, we leverage the native integration with the Marketing Cloud. And when there is a click-through from a Marketing Cloud campaign going to the website that we track, we do this all automatically, okay? There is no manual work involved in Marketing Cloud. We just track that click-through going to the website that we track, and we make the match between the Marketing Cloud subscriber ID and the behavioral data we collected. And from that point onwards, the match is done, and we keep enriching Salesforce with our data. This is only the first way. Then whenever, let's say, the person gives the email on the website, so they can subscribe to the newsletter, they can log in, they can download something, we make the match. Okay, we understand who they are. Then we have also a plugin for Outlook, another plugin for Gmail that are very useful to make the identification, especially for the BDR team and for the sales team. They send an email. If there is a click-through, we identify who the user is. Okay, so we identify a user. Let me give you an example on how we are able to profile and qualify that person. First of all, just an example. Let's say we have Susan here subscribing to a newsletter. It doesn't matter what is the sector, right? This is only one way that we use to identify Susan. So we know who she is and we know what she was doing when she was anonymous, and we use tags. Okay, this is like the technique we use in order to understand the needs and interests of Susan. Again, nothing, everything we do is click-based. I will show you in the demo. Tags are normally, let's say, flags of interest around products, around services, around topics in general. For example, Susan can be interested in sustainability, and this is very important to know for marketing, but also for the sales team. Or engagement with certain campaigns, so advertising campaigns, digital advertising campaigns, Marketing Cloud campaigns, also the engagement with forms. So Susan can fill in a form, or she can abandon a form. That's also interesting for reactivation. Another example. So why this is useful, there will be a slide later, but in a nutshell, for segmentation and behavioral marketing in general, so personalization of Marketing Cloud campaigns, but also for sales insights and reporting within Salesforce CRM, and many other use cases. So the core of what we do is actually scoring and prioritization. So it's quite powerful, although again, it's very easy to implement and maintain. The first dimension of scoring is the so-called predictive score. This is a quantity measure. It's an algorithm that we developed, and it's an automatic calculation with a heat map showing whether a user, so a lead, but also a contact, is hot or warm or normal or cold or inactive. It's all about urgency, so it provides an indication about, again, the level of engagement. The second dimension is very important, is the point-based score. This is a quality measure, and we can set up very easily the point-based score, and by the way, it's a multiple scoring system, so we can have different point-based score models for different websites, different customer personas, different locations, etc. We add points, we subtract points according to relevant engagements. And since we do that, together with the partner, the Salesforce partner, we set up the scoring model that is relevant for the company, for the specific company. This gives a clear indication about the interest of Susan. Is Susan interested in what we are selling? The third dimension is the lead grading, or sometimes called profile fit. We take into consideration any field you have in Salesforce CRM. This is a managed package within Salesforce CRM, another certified integration with Salesforce. And we answer a different question. Is Susan the right customer for us? So do we want Susan as a customer, right? And yeah, normally we use the title, the location, maybe the dimension of the customer, how many employees, revenue. But again, we can use any field in Salesforce CRM, including custom fields. It's quite powerful. So to continue, let me just explain what the use cases are. So first of all, if you want to understand who the users are and you want to collect behavioral data about them, we are a good fit. If you want to qualify your leads, contacts, and accounts and profiling them for marketing and sales, again, we are a good fit. The core of the application is about marketing and sales alignment. I will show you in the demo. Prioritization of leads, contacts, accounts, sales insights, and intelligence. And then you can use our data for behavioral marketing, so personalization and segmentation of Marketing Cloud campaigns, and also for campaign attribution reporting. Okay, one last part about the implementation of SalesWings. So we work with the Salesforce partner in order to implement SalesWings in 4 weeks, 6 weeks, at the most, it takes 2 months. Okay, so it's the time to value is incredibly quick. And within the project, we set up the scores, the tags, and we understand the touch points, we understand the customer personas. I mean, this is what we do. We are very specialized, and then we train your team so that you can use the solution. You can also change the scores and tags, and we provide ongoing support anyway, included. Okay, about the architecture, and then I'll jump to the demo. We have at least a couple of possible architectures. If you use both Marketing Cloud and Salesforce CRM, so you see here Sales Cloud, again, it can be Service Cloud, it can be a vertical solution built on Salesforce Experience Cloud. We integrate with Salesforce CRM in general. So we push data in real time, this is important, to Marketing Cloud through data extensions. And then data is natively present in Marketing Cloud. I will show you in a minute. And then we push data every 10, 15 minutes to Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, to Salesforce CRM. And again, data is native in Salesforce CRM as well. Of course, we can also leverage Marketing Cloud Connect, which is the native integration between Marketing Cloud and Salesforce CRM. So the integration is really deep with Salesforce, okay? And then we collect data in our application for anonymous users. We push data to Salesforce when we identify them. If you use Marketing Cloud and you don't have a CRM, or you have a CRM that it's not Salesforce, we can provide the full value of our application in any case, because we leverage this integration, and then we have ways to provide value to your CRM as well. So we have lots of customers with this kind of architecture as well. Okay, let me show you the demo. So I'll show you 3 things. The first one is SalesWings, so our application. Then I'll show you the integration with Salesforce CRM, the integration with Marketing Cloud, and then if you have questions, I will be happy to answer. This is SalesWings. So if you use both the Salesforce CRM and Marketing Cloud, you will not use this part of the application very likely, because the integration is so deep and data is native. You will just look at our data within the CRM and Marketing Cloud. But let's say you only use Marketing Cloud, maybe you will want to use this interface. We call it the cockpit. So in real time, this is a demo environment. You see all the identified users going to your website, okay? And you can filter by name of the person, by email, by tags, which is the way we use to identify interest and needs and engagements. You can filter by favorite leads, hot leads, etc., etc. Let me show you briefly, for example, about this dummy lead. I click here and I see in detail the activity of this person. So I see the tags, the interest of this person. I see the different scores. I see the lead intent summary, which is by number of engagements, what this person has been doing with the website and campaigns. We can see from submissions and the activity history. So all the way back chronologically. Why? Because in 6 years developing this application, we listen to customers, and they want to see chronologically when something happened, and then they want to see the interest by number of actions, right? So here, if I click on the cloud, I will jump to this person profile within Salesforce, the point-based score, the predictive score, the last time of visit, total number of visits. Actually, it's more interesting to show how easy it is to set up a new tag and a new score in our application. This is how it's done. We call it Falcon. You will use this part to for the administration of SalesWings. For a tag, for example, it's click-based, as I said. So we define a name, we define a description, we define a color. Normally, we suggest color criteria. We work on it together. So very simple. Normally, red is a very important call to action. If you work in real estate, a customer required a visit to a building, for example. If you're a software company, they requested a demo. If you're a manufacturing company, they requested a quote, etc., right? Or other colors. Normally, orange is an interest about a product, etc. Here, we can define all or any condition applying, and then the conditions. I can speak for hours, so I will be brief. From custom attributes, custom events. So, for example, the fact that they are coming from a specific digital advertising campaign, they clicked on a specific video or button, whatever. So this is called custom event. We can track it through Google Tag Manager and using our script. Then we can tag the fact that they are using a private email, not a company email. We can tag because the predictive score is a certain value, the point-based score. Typical example is about the visited URL containing certain text, okay? And then we say they visited that URL more than 0. It means even one time is enough to trigger the application of a tag. But again, this is just an example. You can have multiple conditions. Even more important is how easy it is to set up a new score. So the point-based score, again, the description, the name, the color. We can normalize the score up to 100 if that's useful. We can add points, subtract points. We can say at 10 points only once when the person does something, or every time. If it's every time, we put a maximum number of times, up to 5 times, for example. Why? Because we want to avoid something called the hyperinflation of scores, where a person does always the same thing, and suddenly it seems that that person is very interested. Actually, he's just going to the same page or doing the same action. So this is a best practice. And then the conditions, which are the same that I showed you for the tagging bit. So custom attributes, events, visited URL, and normally, you know, there are different conditions. For example, I don't know, for this demo about real estate, we had 5 points only once. If they booked a visit to a building, it's a real estate situation, we had 5 points only once. If the company revenue is more than an X amount, this is a custom attribute, etc., containing they visit a specific page, or every time they visit this page. We can also subtract points if they visit more than X amount of times the career page, for example. Okay, so very easy to implement, to maintain, and yeah. Let me show you the integration with Salesforce CRM. We push data to leads, we push data to contacts, to accounts, and to opportunities as well. Our data is native, so you can change the view in Salesforce CRM according to the specific org that you're using. This is just an example. So you see the predictive score, the point-based score, the contact fit, the last time of visit, the total number of visits. I can flag James, my colleague, as a favorite content, and then I will be receiving notifications from SalesWings and also by email telling me when James is back on the website. This is useful because maybe I sent an offer and he's engaging with my website. Yeah, it's a good time to call James and speak with him. Well, here you see a lot of data because it's of course a demo lead, but you see the different tags, different colors. You see the scores, you see the lead intent summary. So what I showed you before in SalesWings, but pushed to Salesforce within, for the users, they don't see this as an integrated application. They just use it within Salesforce. And this is very important also for user adoption. It's one more reason for the users to go in Salesforce because they can actually see useful data about their leads, accounts, prospects. So the activity history here, again, by number of engagements, lead intent summary, and chronologically. Another typical example is prioritization. And this is true for almost every company. So you have, marketing complaining with salespeople, saying that salespeople are lazy, we don't want to qualify leads, why you're not calling this lead, and salespeople complaining with marketing about the quality of the leads. The quality is too low, that's why I'm not calling, because they are not replying when I call, they're not interested, so it's not working. And it's hard to prioritize a list when you don't have enough information. So this is true for contacts, accounts, leads, right? We show a list like this one where you have our data in, natively in Salesforce. So you have the last time of visit, the predictive score, the total point-based score, the contact fit, and you can filter by the different columns, and you can see, well, for example, this person has a high contact fit, profile fit, high point-based score. He is also active. So why I shouldn't call this person first, right? And you can filter by column, so you will see the different people with the highest point-based score or predictive score or contact fit. Well, we can do the same also with accounts. So we push data at the account level, the scores, the different scores, the last time of visit, etc. And then I mentioned data is native, so you can report on everything I showed you, from predictive score to point-based score to interest for ABM marketing to track campaign interactions. For example, those are some tags, and I want to see who are the people, the contacts and leads that engage with a specific campaign or are interested in that topic. I can drill down in Salesforce using native Salesforce reporting capabilities, and I will see everything. Okay. More importantly, about campaigns. So we are not a vertical solution for campaign attribution. Within Salesforce, there is a great tool called Datorama that does that. We are integrated with Datorama. But we can provide a very useful overview of the engagements with campaigns. Why? Because we track in real-time UTMs, and then data is native. You can report on the quality of leads by channel, by campaigns, and also on close-won opportunities. Just a couple of examples. So here, for example, we see Facebook generated a lot of leads, but only 8 are qualified. And if I click here, I will see who they are, while a lot of them are actually disqualified. So yeah, we created in this demo environment leads, but then they're not high quality. And for example, in this report about email campaigns, so Marketing Cloud campaigns and the relationship with close-won opportunities. And we can do the same for advertising campaigns, digital advertising campaigns, and then we can drill down and see what was the campaign really generating this kind of close-won opportunities. The last bit of the demo is about the integration with Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So we push data in real time to Marketing Cloud through data extensions. So if I click here, I will go to our main data extension, and I can show you that we make the match using the email normally, So this is the key between the subscriber ID and our data. And then all our data is there in real time, from the last time of visit, page visits, scores, custom attributes where you see CA, etc., tags. Why this is useful? So I mentioned before, you can segment your audience within Marketing Cloud using tags and using the different scores. You can use it also in Journey Builder. So for example, here we can differentiate because we understand someone is a job seeker. Okay, we want to send relevant information to people, while if they are a potential customer, we want to send different communications. For example, if they show interest about a specific topic, like in this example, they're tagged with a specific tag, they are hot, and their point-based score, a specific point-based score, is greater than a certain number. If I want to change this criteria, I just go to the main data extension of SalesWings, where I see all our data in real time, and I can really filter easily. Like I can say the total number of visits equal, or is greater than 10 times or whatever, right? So I can change the tags, I can change the scores, I can really filter easily. This is for Journey Builder. The last part of the demo, and then I'll answer questions if there are questions, is about dynamic content. So within Email Builder, you can use our data to change the text, videos, images you use for your emails. In this example, you see there is a default content. Then if, for example, the company, that person, that specific user is tagged with a firm history, so that person is interested in knowing more about the history of your company, we can send an image, a text, whatever, right? We can use the scores as well. So specific score is greater than a certain number, send this image, then send this content. And we can add combinations of both. So in this example, a B2B score is greater than 10, and they're tagged with energy. Then we send something relevant for them. This is just an example, so you can have and or multiple conditions, scores, tags. I'm sure you understand what I mean. So this is just an overview. I hope it was clear enough, and I thank you again for your time and attention. Is there any question?
There aren't any questions in the queue, but I had a couple that might help inspire additional questions, or at very least paint a clearer picture. So, well, one of the questions I had was about SalesWings and the service. And I was wondering, in terms of helping to identify what the strongest conversion signals are and that sort of thing, is that something that SalesWings gets involved with in order to help clients, get the most out of the system?
Yes, that's exactly what we do during the implementation, and what we do with our customer success team, providing support. Again, we're very specialized in this topic. So first of all, it really depends on the sector. What are the touch points? We need to map that. We need to map the different customer personas. So basically, you know better than me, right? So what are the profiles of our target customer? Okay, and normally we identify different potential customer personas, and then we need to understand how to score accordingly, right? So there are workshops around touch points, around personas, around tags, around scores. Okay,
Gotcha.
but we meet with the customer, we ask a bunch of questions, we speak with them, and then we implement the solution internally. Then we train them. We discuss, we provide best practices considering other projects that we managed in the same sector. Yeah.
Gotcha. Excellent.
I hope answers the question.
Yeah, absolutely. I had another question about the integration with Sales Cloud, and how quickly does data from SalesWings feed into a lead or a contact there?
Yes. So the integration is through bulk APIs and the synchronization works every 10-15 minutes. Why? Because this is how Salesforce CRM works. For specific, we can trigger, for example, an email from Marketing Cloud if we need, real-time notification to the sales team. We can do that. We have also native integration with Slack. So if the company uses Slack, we can trigger in real time a notification in Slack. But to integrate all our data, it's every 10-15 minutes within Salesforce CRM, while the integration with Marketing Cloud is in real time.
Gotcha. Excellent. That's great. Someone did have a question here. In terms of SalesWings versus similar scoring platforms like Pardot, for instance, what would you consider, or what would you suggest are the main sort of differences or benefits to one over the other?
Yes, great question. So we are not a marketing automation platform, right? So we don't have capabilities around email templates, or we don't send emails to customers. I mean, we're not, again, a marketing automation platform. Pardot is, and Marketing Cloud is. So the choice from the customer should be whether to use Marketing Cloud or Pardot, right? And we basically bring Pardot capabilities on top of Marketing Cloud. This is what we do. To answer your question around tracking and scoring, we are more specialized than Pardot, so there are small differences, and we can do more than Pardot around this, because this is exactly what we do. For example, Pardot for the lead grading can use only certain fields, certain standard fields within Salesforce CRM, while we can use any field, including custom fields. There are small differences, okay, but yeah, to explain, we bring Pardot functionalities on top of Marketing Cloud.
Excellent. Great. Yeah, I don't see. Are there any more questions? If there are, if you can pop them into the question pane. Otherwise, I think we're good here.
Great.
Have you ever seen? Just out of my own curiosity, have you seen clients use lead scoring data, leveraging it in other channels beyond, well, maybe as an extension of Marketing Cloud through like Advertising Studio and that sort of thing, creating custom audiences and that sort of thing?
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, we push data again through data extensions. So then in Marketing Cloud, you can use our data for different use cases, including what you said, so including advertising, but it's the same for Datorama, for example. They can use our data within Datorama. They can use our data within Salesforce CDP.
Right.
So yeah, because it's native.
Excellent. Yeah, so you can really start bringing the full picture together in terms of all that online behavior with any other, data you have, be it, support tickets or, account information and that sort of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see how that. Yep. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Well, I don't see any more questions, so I'll wrap it up. But I want to thank everyone again for attending and spending some time with us this afternoon. We will have the recording available to all attendees, and of course, reach out to your Figure 8 account peeps if you have any more questions or comments, concerns, or want to explore further, and see if there could be a fit to enhance your MarTech setup. And then, of course, look out for our next invite, or our next session rather, for next month, which we're looking to have focus on Salesforce intelligence. I know Davide talked about Datorama, so that's what we'll be focusing on next month. I want to thank Davide again and the SalesWings team for taking the time to share, and of course, again, everyone who attended. So thank you so much, and have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
Take care.